Chapter 3, Lesson 3, and Chapter 3, Lesson 4, we're going to be using these properties together. That is the addition and multiplication and subtraction and division. And in Chapter 3, Lesson 4, we're going to see if we can write these up word problem style to come up with our equations. Let's start with number 41 on page 128, Lesson 3. Looks a little complicated. We have some fractions, but stick with it. We'll work out okay. Let's get started. Looks like the left side we're going to have to do some distribution. So let's draw our arrows in there because we're going to distribute this 3 into the things that are inside the parentheses. I think when we do that, we end up with 3/8 of an m. Minus 3 times 1/2 is 3 over 2. Let's just remember how to do that. 3 over 1 times 1 over 2. I put that 1 underneath. This gives us that 3 over 2 as a refresher. Plus 3/4 of an m is equal to 3 over 2. Okay, well, it looks like we have 3/8 of an m and 3/4 of an m. I think 3/8 and 3/4. 3/4 we can represent as a 6 over 8 because we have to have that same denominator. So we have 3/8 of an m plus 6/8 of an m. I just brought it over here. Remember, addition is commutative. Minus 3 over 2 is equal to 3 over 2. Well, I think this part right here, 3/8 and 6/8, looks like 9/8 of an m minus 3 over 2 is equal to 3 over 2. I think what we need to do is perhaps make some more room. Let's see if we can do that. And let's see if we can move this. Oops. Not being successful right now. Let's put it right over there. Let's get rid of this stuff. And let's finish this up correctly because we lost the top part. There's our 9/8. 6/8 and 3/8 was 9/8. So 9/8 m minus 3/2 is equal to 3/2. Hopefully you're going to tell me, hey, let's add 3/2 to both sides. Okay, we're going to do it horizontally. And I have a big goose egg over here. Minus 3/2 plus 3/2. So this side looks like 9/8 of an m is equal to now 6 over 2. 3/2 plus 3/2 is 6/2. I bet you're going to tell me maybe we should multiply both sides, and we're going to do that by the reciprocal of this coefficient here in front. We're going to multiply it by the reciprocal. Oops. So when we do that, we're going to end up with 8 divided by 8 is 1. 9 divided by 9 is 1. 1 times 1 times m is m. And 1 times 1 in the denominator is 1. So this looks like the left side is just plain old m. And the right side is going to look like 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 8 4 times, 3 goes into 6 twice, 3 goes into 9 3 times, 2 times 4 is 8. 1 times 3 is 3. And so our final answer turns out to be 8 over 3. A little complicated, but if we follow along, it's not quite so bad. So from this step, we moved right up to here. Okay. Number 29 on page 135, Ruth has some money, and she collects 5% interest, and when she was all done, she ended up with $126. So we have to have some equation that we're going to develop from this. Well, first thing we need to know is 5%, written in decimal, is 0.05. So Ruth had some money. We call that money X. Then she added to that this 5% interest, 0.05, but not just 0.05, 0.05 of the amount that she was having, which was that X amount, and that we have is 126. So the tricky part here was we knew that 5% was 0.05 in a decimal, but we have to take 5% of what that money was. We have to take 5% of that X amount. So let's clarify this for just a little bit. I have 1x plus 0.05x. And I think that turns out to be looking a little weird, but it is 1.05x, and that is equal to 126. 1 plus 0.05, if you forgot, 1.00 plus 0.05. Remember, line up the decimals. 50.1. So we have 1.05x is 126. You're going to tell me, hey, let's divide both sides by 1.05. Divide this side by 1.05 because we should make this look neatly, though. So let's get rid of that. Let's try this again. We divide both sides by 1.05. And if we use a calculator or long division, this will cancel with that. So that's 1 over 1 times x is x. So x turns out to be equal to 120. So if you use your calculator or long division, our final solution was she started with $120. She earned 5% interest, and she had a total of $126. Thanks so much. We'll see you all.